Hi Libra, welcome to your end of March 2020 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. Let's see what we got. I just spread them out like this. This is the best. Even though it gets a little messy. Ugh, I'm always getting those twos. Well, that's a good one. Okay, oops. I'm picking a clarification card. Okay. Just collecting the rest of these babies. Okay. All right, so the heart of the matter is the Nine of Wands, and this is kind of like a card of the sentinel at the gate, kind of guarding the gate and keeping an eye on everything. This is a card of boundaries, and it doesn't mean that you have the boundaries. It means that this is an issue that has come up for you recently. So think about if that's true, if somebody is trying to wear you down, or this can even be somebody who was in your life before and they are, maybe they left and they're trying to come back again. And it's like you're prepared, it's almost like being prepared for this inevitable, I wouldn't call it a rematch, but a revisitation of this person. But this is the kind of person, though, if this is an actual fire sign, Aries, your opposite sign, Leo or Sagittarius, those signs tend to be already very assertive, or in the bad sense can be quite pushy or, kind of aggressive. And this person may, feel this sense of like entitlement that they should be able to come and go as they please. And I look at the past position and the Four of Cups. So this is kind of like that sense of disinterest, what have you, as it relates emotionally to somebody offering you love. Or conversely, this could be that you were the one offering them love and they did not accept it. And now that you've kind of recovered, gotten away from that person, or just simply if they were the one who left you and you got on with your life, now they're back. Sometimes, if this is a work situation, it can be that having like a narcissistic boss, somebody who is not respectful of your boundaries, trying to give you things that you don't want, but then when you want something, they're not the, it's like a one-way street, in other words. You know how like sometimes people give or offer you certain things, but they're not things that you really want, and this can be anybody in your life. And that's how you know that you're out of sync with somebody, because I've noticed this myself. It's like, or even if it's something that you want, like for instance, when you need something and you ask for it, they won't give it to you. But when it's on their timetable, they'll give it to you and you may not even need it then. And so it's one of those deals. And so it's like kind of being out of sync with somebody emotionally and feeling that you're not on the same page, and that creates that sense of lack of interest or otherwise feelings of emotional flatness. The higher message is the Ace of Pentacles, which can be simply a new job if this is a work situation. But this is the bigger picture. So I'm not reading this literally as a new job. I'm reading this as the bigger picture of the sense of like creating, if this is a workplace situation, for instance, creating maybe like a plan of action for what it is that you really want to do. So in other words, instead of simply looking at the situation from the perspective of life happening to you, it's like taking that initiative. The ace is beginnings of something, the seed of something. But this is you creating that for yourself. So you could, so for instance, maybe even creating your own job. It can be, even in some cases that the type of work that you're doing is what you're really dissatisfied with. Maybe that's what the Four of Cups represents. If this is a personal matter, the Ace of Pentacles can be about, a new relationship that is based on something solid. Fire, which is what the wands represent, is unstable. It's very expansive, but that's what makes it unstable. And not to say that fire signs, are all unstable, and Pentacles, which represent Earth, is always stable. But in general, and you're actually, more suited as an air sign overall to fire and other air signs. Anyway, but I'm talking about looking at, if this is a personal relationship, looking at the overall nature of the relationship and saying, is this something that you could see yourself, being with this person forever? And one of the things that I have noticed with people is that sometimes they kind of override that. They really want a permanent relationship, but they, in the back of their minds, they know that the person that they are involved with is not somebody that they can even see themselves with. But they're so invested in having a relationship with somebody that they completely ignore that. And the thing is, you have to remember that it's an investment. When I look at the Pentacles, they're showing a coin. And your energy, when you're involved with somebody, it's all about investing in that relationship, the time that you spend, the emotions that are connected. And when you don't see that, you end up wasting time. And of course it's never a waste, because there's always lessons that you learn, and there's never, Abraham Hicks says you can't get it wrong. You can never make a wrong decision, because it's always what it's meant to be, based on your current state of consciousness. But still, I think we can end up in dead ends. And some people take years and years to figure that out. And that just, is years and years from your true goal of what you want. And it's funny that I got this as the challenge card, because this is quite the conundrum of being at a crossroads. And, this could be a metaphor for your life in general, Libra, where you have to take a stand on what it is that you deserve. Going back to that Nine of Wands, even if this is like a boss who is like overstepping his or her boundaries, you have to take a stand. What do I deserve? How do I deserve to be treated? And am I experiencing that with this person? Or am I, do I find myself in this pattern over and over and over again. And what can I do about this? Because I want to have a place to go to work where I feel like I am respected, but respected fully, respected as somebody who has the right to say no to something that is too much. And I have the right in my personal life to say that this is what I, expect from another person. And these kinds of things, I think with the Two of Swords, this is like, to me, in your mind, that part of your consciousness, what you have to do. It's not necessarily a decision that is on the material level. This might be like a crossroads for your own way of being, and that you're really having to change. Now, you're going to have a full moon in your sign on April 7th, so it's coming up right after this period of time, where you may let something go that has to do with how you show up in the world with others, and that may be connected to that Two of Swords. What's coming in is represented by the Star card. This is connected to the sign of Aquarius, but this is a card of hope, renewed faith, belief in the unseen. So in some cases, you may feel like there are kind of questions about which direction you're going in, going back to that Two of Swords, but you know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, that things are moving forward, and that maybe you're getting some sign that something is about to go in your favor, and that makes you feel hopeful again. This is a card of healing. And so, it was interesting, because then I got as the outcome card. This is why I always pick a clarification, because I got the Three of Swords, which is a card of I don't know if I'd say disappointment, feeling of rejection, and that sort of thing. But one of the things, I could have left it at this, because it doesn't have to be bad. It can be a card of cutting something off very decisively. In other words, not letting something hang and going back and forth. So maybe you need to make a decision about something, and you're going to be able to decide to do it, and you're not going to look back, and you're not going to second guess yourself. Because then I picked a clarification card, and I got the King of Pentacles. And if this is something work-related, for instance, you may decide that you have the ability to do something on your own, and that you possess the skills to make a lot of money on your own. And this could actually be also a person who helps you. And this individual can be a business owner or the manager of a bank. So if you went to get a loan, that person could help you. But if this is in your private life, this could be an earth sign, because we have that Ace of Pentacles. Either somebody who's very earthy, perhaps has it in their chart, a moon or rising sign, but their sun could be in Taurus, Capricorn. I think Capricorn is a big one with Libra, or Virgo. And this is going to be a mature person, so they're not somebody who is playing games, who doesn't know how to do things. This is somebody who's well seasoned, an expert. So whether you're consulting with this person, or if it's a relationship issue, this person has expertise, and they also have maturity. So they're much more dependable, and you can count on that. Okay, Libra, that's what I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you'd like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.